a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Victor Wembanyama.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for San Antonio, Fox is out there with Castle. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 slot.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
Now here's Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And it's Barnes on the follow.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
First team.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Out to Turner. Back to Halliburton. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. And the foul on Jarris Walker. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pacers on defense. Barnes sets a screen for Wembanyama. Top the key, Barnes. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
San Antonio trailing here. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And so here is Indiana following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Shots good by Turner.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Halliburton with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. The kick out to Walker. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. Pulls up. Siakam's shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. Can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. BA, thanks.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
San Antonio leading. Outside, Fox. Knocks it loose. Turner with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Here's Walker. And Walker throws it down hard.
Assist player.
And a reason Siakam was named the NBA's most improved player back in 2019. Defense. I mean, great at anticipation on that steal.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here is Halliburton. 6 points for him. And Halliburton slams it in.
What a slam by Halliburton. Using that agility to make a statement.
Fox against Turner. Fox passes to Wembanyama. The kick out to Fox. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Fox has got 5.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3. Mathurin. Yes, that goes in. Mathurin's got his first points of the night.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Up top, Walker. Guarded by Fox. Walker against Fox. Turner with a screen on Fox. Indiana needs to get a shot off. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
San Antonio ball.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. Buries it from 3-point range. Turner's got 6 points.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Here's Castle. And that one is hammered home. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Fox, no good. Indiana leading. Mathurin passes to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Oh, there's the strength training. Wembanyama.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Turner for 3. Rebound, San Antonio.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oh, 3-ball, Wembanyama.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Here's Mathurin. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Wembanyama, a screen. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Wembanyama, a screen on Siakam. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Back to Wembanyama. Mathurin against Barnes. Wembanyama passes to Fox. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Wembanyama. Inside Wembanyama. Just too tall.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Out to Turner. Mathurin passes to Turner. Can't get it to drop. Made 3. Missed 2 from the field. On the wing, Barnes. From the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. Halliburton against Barnes. Out to Turner. From past the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Fox. And it's he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Taking a look here at Indiana. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. All right, getting back to this game now and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
So it's not...
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Bassey in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking me in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Back to Bryant. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Now, here's Nesmith. Guarded close. Toppin, good. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Bassey. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Nemo, the pass to Shepard. And Indiana, another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. And stolen by Vassell. Johnson in the corner. Launches it. Toppin pulls it in.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Vassell, the pass to Champagnie. And the layup falls. Champagnie's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that triple.
Vassell grabs the board. For San Antonio, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pitched as the half started.
Yeah, you can tell Vassell likes sharing the ball. He's not just looking for his shot.
Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. And Toppin throws it down.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Here's Vassell, and Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Toppin. There's a screen by Toppin. Here's Nemo. And yes, it's good. Nemard's got his first bucket of the night. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail.
Sohan finds Johnson. Vassell right side. 6 to shoot. And there's the defensive 3-second call. San Antonio shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And so he hits the technical free throw. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Bassett. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Shepard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Shepard's got 7 points here in this quarter. San Antonio's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Vassell with it. He's picked up by Bryant. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Inside, here's Bassett. Pacers with the rebound. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Bryant with a screen on Vassell. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Shooting for Indiana. Shepard.
Good on the second free throw. And he makes all 3.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Pacers lead by 3. And coming up, here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Shepard. And it's Walker in at the small forward. Mathurin against Wembanyama. Clock is at 3. Here's Turner. Outside, Walker. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. Outside, Fox. Wembanyama up top. On the wing, Walker. Outside, Mathurin. Fires for 3. Walker's shot is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Oh, good on the 3. And Walker's got the ball here for Indiana. Out to Turner. Fox with the steal. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Here's Wembanyama. A putback. Oh, Wembanyama powers in the putback.
Well, this is why Wembanyama is such a nightmare. The size, the speed, the touch, he has it all working.
Mathurin, good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. The rebound by Halliburton. Indiana trailing here. It's good for the 7th time this game. He has shot 7. He has made 7.
And once Halliburton hits his stride, there's just very little you can do defensively, proving how dominant he can be.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Turner with the screen for Mathurin. Five to shoot. Turner passes to Mathurin. His three-pointers off the mark. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Vassell, he's checked in for Castle.
Number 24,
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama, a screen on Halliburton. Vassell against Halliburton. Rips it home after the terrific move.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
Turner with a screen for Mathurin. 1:36 left in the fourth. On the wing, Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Trains the three-pointer. Turner's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
Easy to understand why they go to Turner here. They trust in his ability to come through.
Here's Fox and Wembanyama outside. It's not going to go for him. Pacers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Out to Turner. Back to Siakam. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from beyond the arc.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Fox.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense.
Turner against Wembanyama. And Wembanyama with the flush.
Well, that's the leadership and clutch instinct they always want to see from Wembanyama.
Outside Mathurin. It's good.
And this is a test for Mathurin, and he passes with flying colors, showing he can deal with having the whole team riding his shoulder.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fox looking it over. 6 on the shot clock, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Wembanyama, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, and both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 5. Guys, what do you think?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
A 3 from Wembanyama. It's off. So it's Indiana picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this
So many things to love about opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Aiden Watson is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Now here's Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Over Jokic. Wembanyama, no good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. He's covered by Fox. The 3.
Using that lateral quickness, Fox is really tough to shake off as a defender.
Outside Barnes to the middle. Yeah, there's Wembanyama. That's good on the assist from Barnes.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Porter. Here's Brown. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those. Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Now here's Jokic. Can't hit that one. Fox feeling it out a bit. The 3 from Wembanyama. The rebound by Murray. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Greg Popovich.
I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up. But Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Porter gets the bucket.
Yeah, guard-like skills in a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
Barnes, it's good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Fox. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much Coach trusts him to not get that 3rd.
Here's Brown. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Wembanyama. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
Now here's Barnes from deep. Wembanyama. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Watson. Pass to Jokic. On the wing, Murray. He's guarded by Barnes. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Wembanyama, screen on Murray. Lets it go from deep. And Wembanyama missing.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame him.
Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Fires hitting the triple.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
And Wembanyama missing. On the wing, Murray to the paint. And here's Porter outside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Hayden Watson is out there with Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point guard. The 3 from Barnes. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club. There's a screen. Porter, the pass to Watson. Down low. Here's Jokic. Oh, what a slam from the big man Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Barnes passes to Fox. Wembanyama screen. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. As quick as anyone in the league, RJ. De'Aaron Fox. How does his speed affect the game?
Well, he's one of those players that normally you have one or the other, but he's quick and fast. Now, that's a mean combination because in the open court, he can break you down. In the half court, he has the quick left-to-right lateral movement that can cause problems in pick and roll.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for De'Aaron Fox.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game. And a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
Normally, he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky. There, he can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
The 3 from Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist with that last one. The drive by Murray. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Vassell. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 9.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Talk about distance. Fox playing the long-range game.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul. Castle's checked in for Vassell. Now here's Murray. Last game he had 28 points. Pass to Brown. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
We know Nikola Jokic is a natural, but that's not all. Coach Malone said it's too bad that people can't peek behind the curtain and see how hard Nikola works. He understands that there's no magic formula. Yes, he's incredibly gifted, but it's his work ethic that's great. Brian?
Well, Allie, talent only gets you so far. He's got both. It's blocked, and they'll get another chance. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. 4th, the Nuggets.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Outside Murray. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Porter. Clock at 6. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
The 3 from Wembanyama. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Brown passes to Jokic. Pass to Porter. To the paint. Releases. Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Now here's Wembanyama, covered by Jokic. The 3-ball. Porter pulls it in.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Murray from outside. The shot is good on the assist. By Jokic. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
And hey, I mean, Murray will take the corner 3 when it's given to him. You got to chase him off this line.
Wembanyama with it. Checked by Murray. Looking to get back on track. Fox with the ball. He's against Watson. Wemby showing off the range.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Driving in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Outside Wembanyama. The big man, Wemby for 2.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's Porter. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their... All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Out in Philadelphia, it'll be the 76ers against the Wizards. Tip-off is 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's 1-1.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Nuggets.
Dominant performance from this up.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And so here is Denver. 7-point differential. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it It makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Castle, and it's Bassi in at the 5. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Good on the shot.
Not exactly sure what the defense is thinking. You know he's going to be aggressive coming out of the half.
Pass to Najee. Intercepted. Johnson against Gordon. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Impressive move by Johnson. He's got that explosive first step.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Gordon. Here's Westbrook. To the middle. Second shot opportunity. And Gordon with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. And the Nuggets lead by 7. The Spurs shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently.
What a denial. Westbrook getting there with superb timing.
Out of bounds. It'll be Nuggets ball. Here's a look at the schedule for Denver. On Wednesday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then Friday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start for the year.
Gordon with a screen on Johnson. Back to Westbrook. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good. Spurs trail by 7. Pass to Champagny. Here's Castle. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Najee. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And now it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
So San Antonio ends up going with a new group. Here's the break. Jumps up. Oh, Fox gets up and throws it down.
Even though Fox is just 6'3", he's got some hop showing them off a little bit on that play.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scores, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. Murray against Vassell. And he makes it. Murray's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Barnes in the post, defended by Murray. It's Vassell with the drive. From deep, Wembanyama, and he drains it, making him 7 for 15 for the day.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Outside Murray. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
On the wing, Vassell, defended by Watson. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Count the basket and the foul! It goes on Peyton Watson.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
And then Porter with the dunk.
Being Porter Jr. is 6'10", you have to know where he is at all times, especially when he's lurking inside.
Fox with speed. And he makes it on the layup. Fox has got 13.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Michael Porter out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Denver's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
First team foul.
Outside Murray. Outside Porter. From the arc.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
And the basket by Castle.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Brown passes to Watson. Here's Brown. He's covered by Fox. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Just 4 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Well, Jokic is the passing big man. The assist he racks up from his position are something else.
Wembanyama's shot is good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
The drive by Watson. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Brown passes to Watson. The shot no good. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And he commits the intentional foul.
Michael Porter Jr. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. Chalk up 2 there. And now a 3-point Spurs lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
3rd personal foul. Second team foul.
Left side Murray. Pass to Porter. Puts one up from 19. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Assisted by
Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
I-C-E, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments. What energy from Fox when they're up against it, proving he's ready to be that guy.
The drive by Murray. Here's Brown. He's covered by Fox. Porter a screen. Brown passes to Porter. Sinks it from distance. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Porter Jr. is made for big moments. He doesn't feel any pressure taking big-time shots.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Spurs lead by 3.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic with a screen on Fox. The Nuggets need to get one up. Jokic, no good. Spurs lead by 3. Back come the Spurs in transition. From deep, Wembanyama. Watson with a rebound. Denver has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Fox. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Outside Barnes. Back to Fox. And he drives in. Here's Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Count it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Porter with a screen on Fox. Outside Porter. Oh, Fox with a steal. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Yes!
Yeah, this kid Castle loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
Porter from outside. Shot clock at 5. On the take. And it's in. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
Wow. Look at Porter Jr. with the ice water veins, stepping up for his team in a clutch situation.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
And it's good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love
Folks, for this midweek NBA action. Here we are early in the NBA season, and teams focus on situational awareness. Doris, what have you noticed so far this season?
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Peyton Watson is out there with Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Porter against Mathurin. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Turner with the screen for Mathurin. Sweet move, and the layup is good.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
Now Porter following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam. Porter kicks to Jokic. A fadeaway, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Now, here is Siakam. Following the miss by Jokic. Siakam, good.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 28-point game against Chicago.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Here is Porter. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Off the mark, and the drop continues. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to Chicago. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Watson. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And so creative with the ball in his hand. Murray draws the defense in and then makes a terrific pass.
Now, here is Halliburton. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Halliburton is screen on Porter. And a wide open look for Siakam. A three-pointer, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Outside Mathurin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Here's Brown. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Chicago. He takes it in. 5 on the clock. Here's Watson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Mathurin attacking. It's blocked. And there's going to be... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
The play will be reviewed in the NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
To the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Indiana out in front. They're up by 5. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Peyton Watson is out there with Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point. Outside Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
Murray outside. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Walker. Plays it up and banks it in. Walker's got his first points of the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Brown the pass to Porter. Murray sets a screen for Porter. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Wasted no time on that one. Matherin's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
Siakam outside. Nice D from Porter.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Pass to Watson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And Turner kicks to Halliburton. Nice move. And the layup is up and in. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
Indiana leading by 7. Brown the pass to Murray. .133 left to play in the first half. Outside Porter, clock at 6. And here's Jokic. Still scoreless. That one falls.
And you think Murray all about scoring, but Murray is about what helps his team win.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in the locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
You can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And on the drive, Murray can seem unstoppable. His agility cuts the defense apart there.
Siakam, a screen on Murray. Kicks it out to Siakam. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Siakam's got 5 now.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Porter, a screen on Halliburton. Over to the left wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Again, the Nuggets score.
And you just can't give Jokic any breathing room because he is a threat to fire from anywhere.
Here's Mathurin. Out to Turner. It's good. He's got 12.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Thank you.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality.
Now let's take a moment. And that's a halftime wrap.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
We've got Shepard. Thomas Bryant is out there with Toppin. Then there's Andrew Nemo. And it's Neesmith in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Westbrook. T right on him. Saric outside. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Saric has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Now Westbrook, scoreless thus far. Here's Strother. Out to Saric for the 3. Another three for Denver.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Nemo. To the left wing. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Good on the triple. Shepard's got 5 points. So far. The Nuggets trail by 7. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside Westbrook. Charge in the corner. Back to Westbrook. There's a good screen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Miles Turner.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side. You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Here's Najee, and that one is stuffed right through.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Shepard with the ball. He's got 5. Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets trail by 3. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Pass to Westbrook. It's rebounded by Bryant. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Indiana again missing. Denver's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Strother, no good. Pacers leading by 3. Right wing. Here's Shepard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Shepard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Pacers. Here's Westbrook. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Here's Nemo. And it's off from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Gordon. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Here's Nemo. Lays it up off the glass. Nemard's got his second basket.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
It's stolen by Shepard. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The kick out to Bryant.
Denver foul. Structure. First personal foul. First team foul.
It's Nemhard on the wing. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 4. Left side, Westbrook. Bryant with the steal. The third quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 4. Live from Cambridge Field. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear.
Hey, look, you can score, but we're getting
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Porter is out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Mathurin with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Turner passes to Mathurin. Out to Turner. Three-pointer. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Brown. He's covered by Halliburton. Brown's shot is off. Pacers leading by 4. Walker surveying the floor. Out to Turner. Jokic with the steal. Here's Brown. He's covered by Halliburton. And the shot is good. Brown's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Nuggets.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And then really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Jokic with the screen on Walker. Murray with it. Mathurin picks him up. And that one's good by Porter.
That was an emphatic answer by Porter Jr., looking to dominate him from beyond.
Walker against Murray. Outside, Walker. Turner with a screen on Murray. Walker dishes to Turner. For Murray. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Walker. 14 points for Miles Turner.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
The kick out to Porter. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They've led by as much as 10.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Halliburton. Porter a screen on Halliburton. Outside Porter. There's the triple. Porter can't get that one to fall.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Turner inside. Porter's there. Outside for Halliburton. Murray with it. Halliburton picks him up. Outside Porter. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter. Back to Jokic. Inside is Jokic territory.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Out to Turner. Back to Mathurin. Turner with the screen for Mathurin. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Porter a screen on Walker. Pass to Porter. Jokic sets the screen for Porter. Unloads from 13. And change shot. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket. And this is a test for Mathurin. And he passes with flying colors, showing he can deal with having the whole team riding his shoulder.
Watson the screen. Here's Brown. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And here are the Pacers now. Halliburton drives in. Kick out to Walker. Siakam sets a screen for Walker. Back to Halliburton. Indiana needs to get a shot on it. No one near Turner as he lets it go. No good with the triple. And a wide open look for Porter. Good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
To you folks. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Miles Turner.
We're just not seeing the same tenacity from him on the defensive end lately. He hasn't been blocking as many shots over the last few months, and I think it's made him a little less intimidating under the hoop.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the four-man position. And for Indiana, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the three, the small forward. Three-pointer Mathurin, and he buries his first look. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building, plus you wait all off-season to see how your team measures up. And now we get to find out.
Here's Halliburton. In his last outing, 16 points for him. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton misses.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And the basket by Castle.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
And here's Indiana now. The Spurs making their last shot. Knocks down the long J.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Fox. Offensive board. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Halliburton looking over the floor. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. For San Antonio, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5. Scouts love this from Wembanyama, a big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
There's a screen by Turner. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Siakam, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. They get it again. The three from Barnes. San Antonio again missing. Indiana's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. To the inside. It's stolen by Fox. Here's Castle. And that one's on target from the wing. Castle's got his second basket.
And as we see more of Castle, expect that J to get better.
Now here's Halliburton. He's covered closely. Turner passes to Mathurin. Turner, a screen on Barnes. This one for 3. And it's Turner, that time on the assist by Mathurin.
Yeah, in today's basketball world, big men have to shoot it, and Turner's got a nice touch and pretty good range out there.
Fox left side. 4-3. He drops it from range. Fox has got 5 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Turner. 6 on the shot clock. To the right side. Here's Siakam. Back to Turner. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Here's the group of players who had the most steals in the league last season. De'Aaron Fox on top.
And we saw how effective he was on defense last season, taking pride in mucking things up and being an absolute pest, grabbing all those steals.
Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. Siakam outside. Back to Turner. Launches a three. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
Yeah, that range of Turner continues to expand and grow. You got to realize he has the touch to score from way outside.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
There's a screen by Turner. Here's Halliburton. It's a tie game in Indiana. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the officials.
They get the rebound. Outside Walker. 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Halliburton. Here's Turner. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. San Antonio trailing here. Barnes passes to Mamukelashvili. It's Barnes on the wing. He's covered by Mathurin. Barnes, and that's good.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Halliburton. 5 points in the game. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Out guarded by Wembanyama. Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. He takes it in, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Now the first 7.5 seasons of Pascal Siakam's career were in Toronto. But Clark, a fresh start here with the Pacers.
You know, it's great for the Indiana Pacers because Pascal Siakam wanted to be part of this group. He saw a nucleus of young talent that had a chance to be competitive in the East and chase a championship. So he signed a nice big contract this summer to remain a key contributor for them moving forward. Actually, he'll be the hub of the wheel along with Tyrese Halliburton. Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs a contender. He said, my hunger is bigger than ever to win and compete. I could get so much better, and this is what I'm trying to do every game, every week, and every month. There's no reason to be frustrated. I keep my long-term goals in mind.
Ah, passion and patience. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's the 3. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Trailing by 2. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Here's Castle. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Fox with the ball. Siakam covering. Wembanyama, screen on Walker. Pass to Wembanyama. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Good vision by Castle there to find the open man.
Indiana's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Walker against Fox. And yep, it's good. Walker's got 5 now.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Castle. Lots of room. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Castle's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And good to see Castle capitalizing from the mid-range. He knows he needs to keep hitting these shots.
Back to Walker. Here's Siakam. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
And it appears that he has totally lost his touch here in the second quarter.
Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Halliburton up top. He's got 5. Here's Turner. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Wembanyama. The pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Castle, defended by Halliburton. Right side, Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Barnes. The 3. Can't get it to drop. Pacers trail by 6. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Turner with the drive. Halliburton outside. There's the 3. And once again, off the mark by Indiana.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively. And that's having a ripple effect.
Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Three-pointer Mathurin. And we finished off 1/2 of play. San Antonio on top. They're up by 6. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Okay, so now, thanks as always.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for San Antonio, Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Champagnie at the 2. Here's Shepard. He's guarded by Vassell. Toppin outside. There's a screen. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Sohan. The rebound by Nesmith.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And a slam dunk by Toppin.
So quick off the floor. Obi Toppin.
Here's Sohan. Indiana with a rebound. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And here's Shepard for 3. Hits the three-pointer. And the Pacers lead by 2.
I just love the ball movement.
Vassell with it. Picked up by Nesmith. Vassell passes to Johnson. to halt the run. And it's good on the lay-in. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
They're so clever at finding space to shoot inside. Johnson's creativity and ability to capitalize is impressive.
Here's Shepard. And here's Toppin from the arc. Sinks the tray. Toppin's got 5 points.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Bassi. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, great find from Sohan. This is why his guys like playing with him.
And there's the drive. Outside Neesmith. Toppin, a screen on Vassell. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
The Pacers have gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie.
You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
Pass to Vassell. To the paint. Here's Sohan. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant. San Antonio shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
Toppin, a screen on Vassell. Going inside. Now here's Nembhard. Not a lot of room. Here's the screen by Bryant. The three is up. They get it back.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Ball stolen. Outside Neesmith. A minute 20 left in the third. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Neesmith's got 4 points this quarter. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Here's the cell. Pass to Champagny. Driving inside. Here's Sohan. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Sohan. Here's Bassi, covered by Bryant. Bassi can't get it to go. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Here's the screen by Bryant. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Champagny. The Spurs have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. The cell. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Bryant with the block. Outside Neesmith. It's stolen by Johnson. And he lays it in off the breakaway. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Turner for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team.
Hey, it's all about physical.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Siakam with the slam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Here's Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his third assist of the night. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Halliburton outside. Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Puts the move on. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
An elite shot blocker. Wembanyama covers so much ground.
And there's a pick. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a one-point game. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Mamukelashvili. Walker covering. Pass to Castle. Now here's Wembanyama. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Wembanyama powers it through inside.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Now Walker. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. It's Barnes on the wing. Pure from three-point range. And now a 6-point Spurs lead. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
They've been the disruptors defensively, coming up with a lot of steals that have had an impact on the flow of the game.
Walker against Fox. Left side Barnes. Wembanyama, a pass to Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Walker. Outside for Wembanyama. Walker with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Three-pointer Mathurin. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fox against Walker. Fox with the ball. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Wembanyama. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Wembanyama so comfortable inside.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Halliburton on the attack. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
On the wing, Mathurin is guarded by Barnes. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
This is what the team likes about Mathurin. He's calm and cool when they need him to step up.
Barnes feeling it out a bit. Outside Wembanyama. Hook loose. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter. 3 on the clock. Spurs need to get one up here. Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo! It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
And this is why the team relies on Siakam. In the big moments, you can trust him with the shot.
Fox driving hard. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Another miss by Wembanyama.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Turner. Down low. And they go to the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
San Antonio on D. Leading by 5. Turner, a screen on Barnes. Oh, nails the triple!
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
There's 6 seconds left in the game, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
I think they should have prepared for this scenario. Little time, need a 3. Of course, the defense will be defending the line, but nobody said it was going to be easy. You got to try to find a way.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should.
try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotations. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got Victor Wembanyama. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the power forward. Just 5 to shoot. Watson's shot is off.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Fox. Pass to Jokic. Pulls it up. A rebound by the Spurs.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Gordon with a screen on Barnes. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that.
They double team Wembanyama. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Pass to Castle. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You like how Castle plays at his pace, accelerating when he wants to.
Murray looking around. Here's Brown. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Watson, the pass to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, you might think of Murray as just a scoring point guard, but he's also a great playmaker.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. Really left alone that time. 8 points for Victor Wembanyama.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Brown. Misses the 3.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Wembanyama outside. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Fox passes to Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Wembanyama's. got 10.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Down low. And it's Jokic missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brown. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the night here. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration. Now, Wembanyama. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so, it's Victor Wembanyama making the... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Barnes. Castle is out there with Fox. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 slot. Fox. Denver grabs the miss. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
That was a different team in the fourth quarter than what we saw in the first three. Don't you think? I mean, they got their act together just in time to pull it out.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. Here's Watson. Shot clock at 5. And there's the drive. And a missed layup. Spurs leading by 7. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Brown. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Brown's got 6.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. On defense, Denver. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Murray outside. Gordon with a screen on Fox. Brown the pass to Gordon. Knocked away. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Off the inbound pass. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. He stand the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three. Well, confidence isn't something that Gordon is lacking. He thinks his shot is there, so he just takes it.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Bucket is good. Brown's got 8 points.
Yeah, nice vision from Gordon. He knew his teammate was there all the way.
Fox with it, out guarded by Murray. Fox kicks to Barnes. Fox with the screen for Barnes. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. The Nuggets trail by 15. 36 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside for Murray. Here's Gordon. Takes it inside, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, I applaud the defensive effort, but a strong guy like Gordon is not easily stopped on the drive.
Wembanyama, a screen on Murray. There's the 3, and Brown pulls it down.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
That's a 2 from Gordon. Rebound, San Antonio. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Here's Castle. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a... Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
When I look at San Antonio, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason. Yeah.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
We've got Russell Westbrook. Dario Saric is out there with Porter. It's Najee in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And the technical free throw is good. And Jaric kicks to Westbrook. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Porter. And once again, Coach, this storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success. The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Strother. Outside Porter. The shot from the low post is good. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
And making it look easy. Even with aggressive coverage, Porter Jr. finds a way to score.
Westbrook against Vassell. Pass to Champagny. Strother grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 12. And here's Porter. Sharks looking around. Back to Porter. In the corner, it's Westbrook. It's Biyombo with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 12. Here's Champagny. Nice D from Porter. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
And we see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Here's Strother on the wing. Porter offline with his three. Here's Sohan. He's covered by Westbrook. And it's Sohan missing.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Castanagi. Outside Westbrook. Here's Nagy, covered by Biyombo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Porter. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Porter's got 6. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Vassell. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The Nuggets shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Here's Brown. He's got 10. Kicks it out to Gordon. And he banks in the layup. He's got 11.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Wembanyama, a screen. Back to Fox. All sorts of time. Denver grabs the miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
To the middle. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket for Murray.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Kicks it out to Gordon. And it's Mamu Kalashvili with the rebound. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
He gets it up, and we've reached the end of the third. It's San Antonio up by 5. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Castle, also Fox out there. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Barnes. And it's Mamu Kalashvili in at the 4-man position. Jokic a screen. Brown the pass to Jokic. Here's Big Nikola Jokic.
Well, when Jokic gets going downhill, look out.
Fox with it. Watson's there. Fox, no good. And it's Watson with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 3. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Brown. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Jokic with the screen on Fox. Pass to Jokic. Now here's Murray. Watson for 3. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs leading by 3. Wembanyama outside. Oh, there's the strength training. Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Jokic. Fires the 3. And Jokic is good on the 3.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Wembanyama up top. Here's Castle. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Murray, the pass to Brown. Murray with it. Pass to Jokic to tie it up. Kicks it out to Gordon. From 17 feet out. On the wing, Murray. Watson the screen. Murray with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Watson inside. Barnes on him. Jokic, no good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Fox goes in, and Wembanyama outside. Here's Brown. Jokic with it, now guarded by Fox. Kicks it out to Gordon. Murray left side. Back to Gordon. To tie it up. Murray outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's just great patience.
The coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, on the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Outside for Murray. Back to Porter. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Well, it's nice to see Porter Jr. hitting the glass and fighting for a second chance basket there.
Here's Castle. Here's Wembanyama. Gets the game winner to fall.
And he wins it at the buzzer.
Wow. Those are the moments you live for as a player. And as a coach, you're just thankful to come away with the win.
K Sports. NBA basketball with Hall of Fame. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, BA, absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3. Here's Murray. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Siakam with a screen on Murray. Siakam outside. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Porter a screen. Here's Brown, defended by Halliburton. Outside Porter, 5 to shoot. Pass to Jokic. Goes back up. And it's laid up and in by Porter.
You'd love to see Porter Jr. do this more, using his height to rescue the possession.
Walker against Murray. Walker in the post. Here's Turner. It's deflected. And that'll be Indiana's ball as it goes out of bounds. Pacers able to keep the possession. Clock at 6. And here's Siakam for 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
There's no hesitation in catch-and-shoot situations for Pascal Siakam. He has turned himself into a legitimate threat.
Murray scanning the floor. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Here's Siakam, and Siakam with the slam.
You have to love the aggression right there. He's got the vertical, might as well put it to good use.
Pass to Watson. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
Turner, a screen on Murray. Here's Walker, and the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Brown, defended by Halliburton. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Halliburton looking over the floor. From deep three-point land.
That miss aside, they're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Murray passes to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. Lets it fly. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
I mean, is there anything this guy can't do? Jokic with the next level awareness.
Here's Mathurin. Brown grabs the board. Nuggets trail by 4. And it's Jokic off the drive. Murray against Walker. And here's Jokic outside. Drains the triple. Jokic has got 5.
Yeah, great pass to Jokic when he's ready to fire. And then he's straight into his motion.
Three-pointer Mathurin. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Porter, the pass to Brown. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Fires the 3. And again, Denver with a 3.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Outside Mathurin. Floats one. And the layup is good off the glass.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the court for the Pacers, Siakam at power forward with Turner in its center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
It's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range. And then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Oh, it's stolen.
Really poor pass there, guys. And the D did a great job capitalizing off the mistake.
Here's Brown. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Mathurin passes to Halliburton. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton, no good. Denver in the lead. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. And it's Watson missing. Indiana on offense. Throws it up high. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mathurin. And here's the look now at the last few months of assist numbers for Nikola Jokic.
They've got to be happy about how many more assists he's been dishing out lately. He's got a pass-first mentality, and with how well he's been distributing, that's a very good thing. His teammates love playing with him.
Here's Murray into the lane. Walker pulls down the board. And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing by 2. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Halliburton outside. And it's Halliburton. Gets it to go inside. and every team is looking for length on their roster.
Yeah, the reason, BA, is because of the quality and skill of shooting. Guys are coming across half court, and they can shoot the basketball at 35 feet. The reason you need length is there's more area to cover. Increasingly, Brian, it's getting harder and harder to play as an undersized guard in this league.
Brown's shot is good. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Walker, and the jam by Walker.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Brown. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And, boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Brown, defended by Halliburton. Mathurin against Murray. Shoots from the right block. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
The jumper looking so pure coming out of Murray's hands. It's fun watching him score the rock.
One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
There's a screen by Turner. Kicks it out to Siakam. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Siakam's got 11.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
From deep, Jokic. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Turner, a screen on Murray. Here's Walker. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
I mean, what an acrobatic move. Walker just leaving them speechless.
Brown passes to Murray. Outside quarter. 41 seconds left to play in the second quarter. On target from range. He's got 5.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that 3 from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
Murray against Walker. Turner, a screen on Murray. Left side Walker. The layup misses.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Jokic with a screen on Halliburton. Pass to Jokic. Off target with the 3. Here's Siakam. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Pacers. They're up by 2.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his.
And now, not a bad. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Man, what can you say? Pascal Siakam, an impressive effort here today.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Dario Saric is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Zeke Naji. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
BA, there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
Here's Strother. He's guarded by Nembhard. Inside, Najee, and the powerful one-handed slam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there, just takes his 2 points, moves on. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly with this team because of his lunch pail approach. Coach Michael Malone said, I think Aaron Gordon is a prime example of somebody who's truly selfless. He does the dirty work for us, and a lot of times he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Brian, not today.
That's right. Good call, Allie. Thank you. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Pass to Westbrook. Saric outside. Just 2 to shoot. No good with the triple.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Here's Nesmith. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And now it's a 7-point Indiana lead.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Here's Strother. He's guarded by Nembhard. The rebound by Nesmith.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
And it's Shepard missing. For Denver, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And now a look back at last year's top shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Pacers. The Nuggets, 4th.
And the way both of these squads shot the ball last season was tremendous. Trusting in one another, following their offensive game plan, and executing with confidence.
Toppin outside. The deep 3. Rebounded by Denver. Here's Strother. No points so far. Out to Gordon. Here's Strother. He's guarded by Nembhard. Saric outside. The 3-ball. And Toppin pulls it down. Pacers leading by 7. Pass to Shepard from deep. They grab their own miss. Nembhard outside. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen by Toppin. The Pacers again can't hit. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home.
And this is what we've come to expect from Russell Westbrook. Yes, he can be an explosive scorer, but if his teammate is open, he will put it on time and on target.
Going inside, and the shot goes. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Strother. 44 seconds left in the third. Saric a screen. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Nesmith with it. Checked by Gordon. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers. And Bryant gets it to go. Bryant's got his second bucket on the night.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Westbrook, the pass to Saric. Here's Najee, uncovered. Pass to Strother. Puts up a deep 3. And Toppin pulls it down. Here's Nembhard. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Indiana with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
We love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
That's his first personal foul.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Here's Brown. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Jokic with a screen on Mathurin. Porter with the drive. And then Porter with the dunk.
The quickness of Porter Jr.'s drive gives him the edge there. Defenses just can't react fast enough.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Jokic with a screen on Mathurin. Porter from outside. Indiana with a rebound. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
Outside Murray. Jokic finds Murray. Jokic with a screen on Walker. Back to Jokic. Jacks up a 3. Oh, what range from the big man, Jokic.
They're standing tall at the arc. Jokic buries it.
Walker against Murray. Walker with it. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
This is how Walker likes to play. He invites contact and he dishes it out.
Here's Brown, and there's the drive. Drops in the layup for 2.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Outside Murray. No good on the triple. Indiana leading by 9. And the jam by Walker.
An NBA player with a football body. Jarris Walker is so tough to guard. I mean, he's creating serious matchup problems here tonight.
Outside Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Pass to Turner. Kicks it out to Siakam. Crafty move, and Siakam with the slam.
You know, Pascal Siakam cooking right now. His focus is there and his game is on point.
They set a pick. Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow.
That's his second personal foul.
1.5 minutes left in the final quarter. Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. Now Mathurin. Just 5 to shoot. From behind the arc. Nails it from 3. And the Pacers lead by 12.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Murray for three, and the three-pointer goes.
And love that three from Murray, just answering the bell.
Outside Mathurin. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Drives to the hoop. And the basket is good. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton with the ball. And Jokic picks him up defensively. And here's Turner from the arc. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so it's the Pacers taking care of business in this one. They have to. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant.